The Max Payne remake is quietly shaping up to be one of the biggest comebacks in modern gaming, not just because of nostalgia, but because of who is behind it. Remedy Entertainment, the studio that built the original two games, is teaming up with Rockstar Games, the same company that published the classics and redefined open-world storytelling with GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. That partnership alone makes this project something special. It also doesn't seem to be a simple remaster or an upscaled port. Remedy has confirmed that the Max Payne 1 and 2 remake is being built from the ground up in their Northlight engine, the same engine that powered Control and Alan Wake 2. It's a full-scale modern recreation of both games merged into a single continuous experience. Rockstar is funding the project, ensuring AAA production values across the board. Remedy's team handles development, creative direction, and story adaptation, while Rockstar provides oversight, technical collaboration, and quality assurance. In other words, it's Remedy's heart and Rockstar's muscle. Recent reports suggest the project officially entered full production earlier this year after completing its prototyping and vertical slice phase. That means all systems, tools, and visual pipelines are locked in, and the team is now working on content, levels, voice acting, animation, and gameplay refinement. It's been internally targeting a 2026 release window, which aligns with the scale of the project. Remedy themselves have called this one of their most ambitious remakes ever, and their partnership with Rockstar means there's serious money and expertise behind it. The collaboration between these two studios makes perfect sense. Rockstar's cinematic approach to storytelling and open-world immersion pairs naturally with Remedy's narrative-heavy design and technical prowess, and both studios share an obsession with tone, noir, atmosphere, and grounded realism. Max Payne was always about that blend of pulp storytelling and raw emotion, and now with modern tech and Rockstar's resources, that atmosphere can be rebuilt in stunning detail. We already know the remake will fully modernize the visuals, every asset rebuilt with physically based materials, realistic lighting, and modern motion capture. Remedy's Northlight engine is tailor-made for that level of fidelity. If you've seen Alan Wake 2, you already have an idea of what this could look like. Expect cinematic lighting, real-time reflections, volumetric fog, and lifelike facial animation. According to a few reliable insider reports, the remake's visuals are close to photorealistic, and Remedy has been working with Rockstar's in-house motion capture and animation teams to push character realism to new heights. That's where Rockstar's influence really shows. Their experience in world design, cinematic direction, and motion performance is invaluable. You can already imagine Max's inner monologues blending seamlessly into gameplay like a Rockstar cutscene with smooth transitions and emotional depth. Some leaks even suggest that Rockstar is contributing to facial capture tech, ensuring the remake's performances meet the standards of Red Dead Redemption 2. But beyond visuals, there's talk of new content. Several insiders and leakers, including one who accurately predicted details of Alan Wake 2 and Remedy's earlier milestones, have claimed that the remake will expand on Max Payne 1 and 2's original missions with new side scenes, deeper exploration of key story events, and extended sequences that connect both games more organically. Instead of a hard split between the two stories, the remake may weave them together, smoothing pacing and narrative flow while keeping the original arcs intact. It's not about rewriting history, but about filling in the gaps that couldn't be fully explored in the early 2000s because of hardware and budget limits. The goal seems to be to create one cohesive experience, a true Max Payne story. Follow the entire emotional and physical journey without the jarring break between games. That's an ambitious move, but it makes sense. The first two games were always meant to feel connected. There are even whispers that the remake will include new cutscenes and dialogue recorded with modern actors, and possibly even a surprise cameo or reference to Max Payne 3. Rockstar's involvement makes that kind of narrative nod completely plausible. They own the rights, they have the assets, and it would be a natural bridge between eras, Remedy's noir-driven origins and Rockstar's gritty cinematic sequel. Gameplay-wise, Remedy has already talked about modernizing the combat system. Expect tighter aiming, more fluid transitions, improved physics, and an expanded take on bullet time. Bullet time was revolutionary when Max Payne 1 released, but now with decades of tech behind it, Remedy can finally show what that mechanic was always meant to be. Slow motion that feels physical, cinematic, and reactive. The goal, reportedly, is to make every gunfight feel like an orchestrated piece of chaos, something you can control and admire at the same time. Weapon handling will likely reflect modern standards, detailed reload animations, variable recoil, weapon weight, and destructible environments that react dynamically to every bullet. Remedy's recent games show they're experts at combining cinematic presentation with responsive gameplay, and with Rockstar involved, expect a world that feels heavy, real, and alive. On the narrative side, Remedy has already confirmed that they're rewriting parts of the script, not to change the story, but to make it flow naturally, with updated pacing and voice acting. But it'll be delivered with modern performance and subtlety, blending old-school writing with today's cinematic realism. The original voice actor for Max, James McCaffrey, sadly passed away in late 2023, so it's unclear who will voice the character now. Some fans speculate Remedy might use AI-assisted voice preservation, or a new actor directed to match McCaffrey's tone and delivery as a tribute. A few credible leaks suggest Remedy has been experimenting with hybrid environmental storytelling, blending in-engine cinematics with gameplay moments where Max reflects internally as you move through scenes. Imagine walking through a decaying apartment hallway while his voice cuts through the silence, reflecting on what just happened, as the lighting flickers and rain leaks through the ceiling. That's the kind of moody immersion Remedy excels at. The partnership also opens up the possibility of shared technology pipelines. Rockstar's Rage engine has long been known for its open-world fidelity and character physics, while Remedy's Northlight excels in cinematic lighting and narrative design. While the remake is built in Northlight, both studios are reportedly sharing resources and development insights. That's the kind of collaboration that doesn't happen often. For release timing, the target window is reportedly 2026. Development is now in full swing, and Remedy's last update confirmed that the project has hit major milestones. And when it does arrive, it could be the definitive version of one of gaming's greatest stories, the tragic, rain-drenched descent of a man who's lost everything and keeps fighting anyway. With Remedy's storytelling and Rockstar's cinematic muscle, this might not just be a remake, it could be the reimagining that finally does Max Payne justice on a modern scale. If everything lines up, the tone, the pacing, the tech, and that signature noir grit, this remake could do more than bring Max Payne back. It could remind everyone why he mattered in the first place, and why this series helped define the modern third-person shooter. For fans of both Remedy and Rockstar, this might be the most exciting collaboration in years. And what's maybe most exciting is how both studios seem to be treating this project, not like a side remake or a nostalgia cash-in, but like a flagship production. Remedy's updates describe it as one of their largest single projects to date, and Rockstar's involvement signals they see this as more than just a courtesy collaboration. Both companies have reputations for quality, that they can bring back one of their classics with the same emotional weight it had 20 years ago, and Rockstar, that their storytelling DNA can still shine outside of GTA and Red Dead.